Welcome to your practice. Today we're doing a Vinyasa power flow that is also safe for pregnancy, all trimesters. So whether you're pregnant or not, you'll get a lot out of this class. It will be basically a normal flow, but with options and modifications for those of us who are expecting. So rest assured that if you are expecting, this will be a safe practice for you. And just make sure that you're listening to your body and only doing what feels right. If you happen to have props like blocks or blanket, have them nearby, and if you want to use them, you can, and I'll try to tell you where you might use those props. If you don't have them, no big deal. Despite the amount that I have here, I'm going to be doing the whole thing without the props so that I can show you for those of you who don't have them at home. We are going to get started in a seated position. So you can sit like I am here in Virasana with the legs underneath. Or you can sit cross-legged, you can prop yourself up on a blanket or a block. And we'll start by centering ourselves for this practice. So rest your hands on your thighs or somewhere comfortable and easy on your body. Lengthen the spine, shoulders back and down. And through our posture, we invite energy into the body. You can close your eyes if you'd like. Bring your chin slightly down so the neck is nice and long. And as you inhale, visualize your awareness going to the periphery of your body. As you exhale, your energy and awareness draws into the heart. Inhale, your awareness expands outwards. Exhale, your awareness draws right back into the center of your heart, like you're coming back to yourself. Continue to breathe like that a few more times. We'll take one more breath just like that. An expansion and a coming home. And begin to blink the eyes open. Reach your arms up. Interlace your hands, but keep your thumbs and index fingers together. This is called Kali Mudra. And take a side bend to the right. Anchor down into your left hip as you reach up and over in the opposite direction. Rise back to center, inhale. Exhale, side bend to the left. Come back up to center. Cactus your arms and go into a back bend. Keep your core engaged, wrapping inwards as you bend through the upper back. And on your inhale, reach your arms back up as you come upright. Exhale, hands to the ground, come into tabletop. Turn your hands around so they're facing your knees. And if it's too much, you could have your hands out to the sides a little bit instead of all the way around. And also try just bringing your knees closer to your hands. Tuck your toes and just start to shift front to back. And maybe take some circles. So if you're taking circles, do 3 slow circles in each direction. For some people, it feels like just enough to just stay still. It does take some time to get the forearms and wrists, I guess warmed up over time to be able to do this comfortably. The first time I did this, I was like, wow, this is pretty intense. And now it's a little easier. So turn the hands back around so the fingers face forward. And extend your right leg straight back behind you. And knit the ribs in. Reach your left arm forward. Now take your right leg to the right a couple inches and your left arm to the left a couple inches at a diagonal. Bring it all back to center. Bring your hand and knee down and round your spine into cat pose. We'll do the same thing. We'll come into neutral. Take your right leg back, left arm forward. Create that diagonal line. Come back to center. Hand and knee down, round your spine into cat. Neutral. Lift your arm and leg. Diagonal line. Come back to center. Hand and knee down. Round the spine for cat. Let's do that one more time, my friends. Arm and leg straight out, diagonal line. Back to center, hold. Put your left hand down, but keep your right leg lifted. Move your left foot out to the left and open up into a modified half moon. Right leg is lifted, or you can, it's not really modified, it's a knee down half moon, totally different pose. Then bend your right knee and try to kick yourself in the butt before you grab onto the foot. So reach the foot back, feel your glutes engage. Now reach your right hand back, grab onto the foot, kick the foot into the hand if you want, and if it's too much, just keep your right leg straight out. Re-extend your arm and leg. Take your right arm over your ear and put your right foot on the ground so you get this nice side bend. Knit the ribs in again here. In other words, bring the tailbone kind of down. And then put your hand and knee back down onto the ground. Take your left leg straight back and right arm forward, get long. Right arm a little to the right, left leg a little to the left. So you're creating that diagonal line. Left arm is still straight. Come back to center. Hand and knee down, round the spine into cat. Come back to neutral, extend your arm and leg. Diagonal line. Come back to center. Hand and knee down, round and curl. And again, neutral spine. Arm and leg lift. Diagonal line. Come back to center. Hand and knee down, round and curl. One more time, neutral. Arm and leg out. Diagonal. Center, pause. Put your right hand down. Bring your right foot out to the right, like a kickstand, so you can come into your half moon on your knee. Either stay here or bend your left knee, bring your heel towards your glute, kick your foot back, and then you can grab on to the foot once you have your foot kicked all the way back. And continue to kick. Squeeze your shoulder blades towards each other on your back. Re-extend your leg and arm. Take your left arm over your ear, put your left foot down onto the ground, press into the outer edge of your left foot. And come back down onto your hand and knee for tabletop. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. You can always take your legs wider to create more space for your body. But let's take some movement here. Bend one knee at a time. Maybe you shake out your head. All right, now we'll shift into a plank pose. Inhale, and exhale, go back to down dog. Again, inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, dog. 3 more on your own. Good, now stay there in down dog. Walk your hands to the back of the mat. Have your fingertips on the ground and have your feet wide and bend your knees into Malasana, but don't go all the way down because we're going to straighten the legs right away. Bend and straight. Bend, straight. Keep going like that. And if you want to make it a little harder, don't fully straighten your legs. Three more. 2 more. And on the last one, straighten your legs and fold. And again, let feet as wide as you need them. Grab onto your elbows, rock side to side if you want. Then bring the hands back down. Walk your hands all the way back out to plank. With or without your knees down, lower down for chaturanga. Come back up to plank. Again, chaturanga. Back up to plank. One more time. Go down. This time hold. 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 Upward facing dog or cobra. Untuck your toes, shoulders back and down. And downward facing dog. Hips up and back. Walk your feet up to your hands. Once you arrive, lift up halfway. And exhale, fold. So those of you with a big belly, if you're expecting, then you just take your feet wider. I won't cue it anymore, but anytime we're in a fold, feet as wide as the mat. On your inhale, stand and reach your arms up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Arms down by your sides. Roll the shoulders back and down. And reach the arms up. Fold forward. Uttanasana. Lift up halfway. And step your right leg all the way back to low lunge. Set the back knee on the ground. Reach the arms up. Anjaneyasana. Hips press forward. Hips hug in towards each other to have a little lift. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the ground. Lift your back knee. Step back to plank. With or without your knees, lower down chaturanga. Hug those elbows in. Hold. Option to step your right foot out to the right and bring it back to center. Left foot out to the left. Back to center. Upward facing dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. You're always welcome to skip that and just hold a plank. You don't have to do the chaturanga and up dog. Lift your right leg up. And step your right foot between your hands, or if you need to, you step it outside of your hands for a little bit more space. And then, if you stepped your foot outside of the hands, slide it between the hands, and we'll come up to Anjaneyasana, we'll reach the arms up. Inhale. Exhale, hands come down. Step to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand, reach your arms up. Exhale, go right back down to the ground. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step your left leg all the way back. Put your knee down. Reach the arms up. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the ground. Lift your back knee. Step to plank. Lower down chaturanga. Option, left foot out to the left. Back to center. Right foot out to the right. Back to center. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Lift your left leg up. Step your foot through. Back knee down. Arms reach up. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the ground, either framing your front foot or inside. Step to the front of the mat. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand, reach up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Arms down by your sides. Take a moment to catch your breath. So that was our sun salutation C, or our classical sun salutation. Now, let's bend the knees and sweep the arms up for chair pose. Place your feet wherever is comfortable. Now put all your weight into your right foot and lift your left heel. Lift the whole left foot so you're balancing on your right leg. And we'll step into warrior one. So left leg goes all the way back. Your feet have distance. You're not on a tightrope, you're on railroad tracks. Take your arms back behind you, interlace your hands, and draw the shoulders back. Option for humble warrior as you hinge down. Now, if you are not in humble warrior, hinge down and put your hands on the ground. So I want everyone to be kind of folded over, folded inside of the right leg. Gently release your hands. Everybody release your hands to the earth. And we're going to go back of the mat, Skandasana. So bend your left knee, right toes point up. So you're in your side lunge. Now we're going to go back into our humble warrior with our hands on the ground. So shift forward, fingertips on the ground, back heel down. And then again, back of the mat, Skandasana. Maybe try to keep your hands lifted as you again go forward into your, we can call this a warrior lunge really. Back of the mat, Skandasana. Front of the mat, warrior lunge. So this is really good for our hip mobility. Back of the mat, side lunge. Stay here at the back of the mat, Skandasana. Hands to the heart if you can balance here. If not, it's okay. You can come up a little higher and be in a high side lunge. Now we're transitioning to warrior two, front of the mat. Shift forward, soften the shoulders. Flip your right palm, reverse warrior. And then side angle, right forearm on right thigh, left arm up, maybe over the ear. Maybe slide your right hand down to the ground. Press into the outer edge of your left foot and engage your left thigh muscles. Continue to reach your torso forward. And rise back up to warrior two. Flip your right palm, reverse warrior. Inhale. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down into a low lunge. And we'll make our way into supported warrior three. So lift your left leg up. Draw the right hip back. Option to take your arms into airplane. Option to take the arms forward for full Virabhadrasana 3, only if your body feels ready for this. Bring your hands down, step your left foot into pyramid pose. Lengthen the spine, and maybe you stay lengthened. Maybe you put blocks under your hands if you have them, or maybe you fold over your right leg. Make the practice work for you with where you're at today. Maybe it's for where you're at in the next couple months. Lift up halfway. Either stay or put your right hand on your hip and start to rotate open to the right. Maybe your right arm reaches up. Revolve triangle. You can always take your legs wider again if you need that. And bring your hands back down to the ground, maybe inside of your right foot or framing your right foot. And we'll step into Malasana. So that's a yogi squat at the front of the mat. So you'll actually take your feet wide and we'll sit low and bring the hands to the heart. For a little extra challenge, reach your arms forward. So this is forcing us to really use our lower back muscles a little more. Reach the arms straight up. Now I can feel that on my whole entire upper back. And let's come back into a fold, straighten the legs. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold as your weight shifts into your toes. Now we'll come into chair pose, sweep the arms up. Lift your right heel, lift the whole right leg. Can you balance here for a second or two? And step into high, warrior one, not high lunge, but warrior one. So your back heel is on the ground, arms up. Take your arms behind you, interlace your hands and do the opposite, thumb on top, shoulders back, chest is open. If you're ready, fold down. Reconnect with your breath if you've lost the focus of the breath. Remember, the breath is half of the practice. And just be here for another moment. Be here even if it's uncomfortable. Release your hands down to the ground. And back of the mat, Skandasana. So we bend into the right knee. And if your hips, your ankles don't allow for you to get this low, stay a little higher. Again, front of the mat into our warrior lunge. Back heel is down. And back of the mat, Skandasana. And front of the mat. And back of the mat. And one more time. Forward. And we go back. Hands to heart. All right, now we're going to move our way to warrior two. Then shift forward. Readjust your feet. When you get there, front heel in line with the back arch, the arch of the back foot. Flip your left palm, reverse warrior. Side angle. Left forearm on thigh, right arm over the ear. Parsva Konasana. Option to put your left hand down. And I love this pose because there's so much going on. We're creating this geometry of the body. These angles, these shapes. The right angle of the left knee. Triangle underneath the legs. Reach the torso forward a little more. And then rise back up to warrior two. Flip your left palm, reverse warrior. Cartwheel the hands down to frame the foot or inside of the foot if you need more space. Warrior three, supported. Fingertips on the ground, spine is long. Or fingertips on blocks. Option to put your arms into airplane. Option to reach your arms straight forward. Work to square the hips, left hip back, right hip a little bit down as you keep your right leg lifted. Ribs draw in. And then bring your hands down and step your right foot down to the ground, pyramid pose. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold or stay in a half lift. Lift up halfway. Put your right hand, keep your right fingertips on the ground or hand on a block. Left hand on hip. And start to turn to the left. Option to lift your left arm up. And bring your left hand back down to the ground. And we'll step our way into Malasana. So feet wide at the front of the mat. So yogi squat. Hands to heart. Reach your arms forward. Reach your arms up. Get more length, more length. And forward fold. Lift up halfway. And fold forward. Inhale, stand, reach your arms all the way up. And keep them there. Put all the weight into your right foot as you lift your left leg up. Bring your right hand to your outer left knee and reach your left arm back behind you, twist. Option to grab onto the outer edge of your left foot and extend it forward if you want. When you do that, stand tall again. Really reach your left arm back. Everybody create more spaciousness through the chest. And if you have the leg extended, bend it, hand on your outer knee. We'll make our way into, first reach your arms up and forward. Then step your left leg back into high lunge and twist to your right. So open arm twist to the right. Now we're going to move through that a couple times to challenge our balance a little bit. So we'll come back to our revolved hand to knee facing the left side. So stand up, take the leg up and twist to the left. And then again, reach your arms up and step back to an open arm twist. You can stay here if you don't want to do it again. Ready? Reach up, hand to knee, twist left, and step back, twist to the right. We'll go one more time. Stand, twist left, step back, twist right, and stay there. Now you can stay with your arms open, or you can bring your hands to your heart. You can lean forward. You can hook the elbow and do a closed twist. If you are pregnant, you want to stay with the open twists. You can even put your right hand on your sacrum, left hand on your outer right thigh, or left arm forward. If you're leaned forward in that twist, really firm up your back thigh. Press your elbow into your thigh. And then come on up if you're in your prayer twist. Everyone, bring your hands to your heart face forward. Take your arms out wide. Left arm under right arm for eagle arms. Lean forward, warrior three. You can also stay in a high lunge if it's a little too much balancing for you today. One-legged mountain, keep your eagle arms as you rise up. Unwind your arms. Reach the arms up. Extend your leg forward for 3, 2, lift it higher, 1, and set it down. So that was really good for the outer right glute. Let's to catch our breath here. All right, so we'll reach the arms back up. Lift the right leg up. We're continuing on, my friends. Right arm back, left hand to outer right thigh. You may stay here, or you grab onto the outer edge of the foot and extend it forward and get tall. You can play with your gaze. If your balance feels on point today, you might look back towards your right fingers. It's always good to try to give ourselves that challenge so that we maybe fall and have to get back up, so we can continue to progress. Now, if your leg's extended, bend it and reach the arms forward and up. Step your right leg back and twist to your left. Reach your arms forward and up. Reach the right leg back up into one-legged mountain. Twist to your right. Focus is key here for balance. And go slow. Step it back and twist. Step it forward and twist. Step it back and twist. One more here. Up, twist. One more time, back, twist left. And then do your thing here, whether you put your hands together, lean forward, or left hand onto sacrum, right hand onto outer left thigh. Or you can put your left hand on your belly. Your right hand on your belly. Connect. Where's your breath? The breath is your anchor. If you're leaned forward in your twist, come on up. Arms wide. Reach your arms forward and up. Left arm, or both arms out. Right arm under the left arm for eagle. Lean forward. Eagle warrior 3. Definitely, I'm feeling a shake in my left leg. Maybe you are too. Rise up into one-legged mountain, keeping eagle arms. Unwind your arms. Take them up. Extend your right leg forward. Lift your right leg a little higher for 3, 2, 1. Set it down. Release your arms. Breathe. All right, friends, let's continue on. Reach the arms up. Fold forward. Lift up halfway. And step back into either plank or down dog. And then let's all shift forward into plank, actually. So stay here in a plank. Good. Set your forearms slowly down onto the ground. Tap your knees to the earth and then lift them back up. And again, tap and lift. Tap lift, tap, lift. One more time. Tap, lift, hold. Slowly come back up into a high plank. Downward facing dog. Lift your right leg up. Step your right foot outside of your right hand for lizard. Put your back knee onto the ground and then lift it back up. Again, tap and lift. Tap, lift. Keep going. You'll start to feel the left thigh muscles engaging. For 5, 4, stay with it. 3, 2, 1. Now put the knee all the way down. Rise up onto your fingertips or put your hands on blocks or a block and straighten your right leg. So you can be in a wide-legged half split like this, or you can put your foot between your hands. And then you might stay lifted. Let's all do it together. Find that half lift where your chest is really lifting up and moving forward. You might notice that when you do that, you feel more of a stretch in the back of your right leg as you draw your right hip back. Keep your right foot flexed. And some of you might be able to maintain the long spine and walk the hands forward. If when you walk your hands forward, you lose that sensation and you start rounding the back, then you want to stay upright. And then we'll all rise back up. Keep the left hand down. Reach the right arm up. Move your left foot out to the left and slowly swing your right leg back behind you. So we were in this pose, exact pose at the beginning. Put your right hand on your hip and then lower your right foot down and lift it right back up as high as you can. Lower it down and lift it up. Lower. Lift so you can feel your abdominals working, your outer right glute working, thighs. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift it up, keep it there. Put your right hand down, come into one-legged table. So your hips are facing down. And turn your right toes out to the right and take your right leg all the way out to the right and bring it straight back. And again, bring it all the way out. Bring it straight back. I know this is hard. And take it all the way out, all the way out. Take it straight back and step your right foot outside of your right hand for lizard. Again, like nothing happened. We're right back in lizard. Let your knee roll out to the right. Maybe you roll onto the outer edge of your right foot if it feels okay, and press into the top of your left foot. Either stay here, maybe put your forearms down, or if you want to quad stretch and are able to, you could bend the back knee, grab onto the foot. Go wherever you can find ease in your breath. If your breath is labored, or you feel like you're really muscling or pushing through, then you've gone too far. And we breathe into this connection into our body, this connection to nature, which are one and the same. And we'll release the foot down if you have it. Everyone come back onto your hands. Lift your back knee, and we'll step back into down dog. Lift your left leg up and step your left foot outside of your left hand. Keep your back knee lifted. Press into the left foot. Lower the right foot knee down to tap and lift it up. Lower and lift. Lower, lift. Lower, lift. Keep going. We're doing 5 more. 3, 2, 1. And then put the knee all the way down. come up onto your fingertips and straighten out your left leg into half splits, Ardha Hanumanasana. So you can keep your leg wide, or you can bring it between your hands. Same thing where we lift and lengthen and draw the left hip back. Walk your hands forward if you were able to go there without rounding the back. Trust me, maintaining a long spine, staying upright, serves a lot of people better. So really let the practice come from a place of wanting to feel good rather than trying to make it look the way you think it should look. Let's take 2 more breaths. And now, rise back up. Move your right foot over to the right a little. Plant down through your left hand, and we'll swing that left leg back behind us. Put the left hand on the hip, and then lower the left leg down to tap, and lift it back up. Lower it down. Lift it up. Again, down. Up. Couple more. Let's do 2 more from here. 1 more. And pause there. Bring your left hand down to the ground so you're in a one-legged tabletop. Your left leg stays lifted. Your toes turn out to the left. And take your leg all the way out to the left. Try not to bend your right elbow. And take it straight back. And again, all the way out. Just take it straight back. You got this. 1 more time. Out. And back. Now step your foot outside of your left hand for lizard. And you can put your forearms down once you get there. Or you can bend your knee and grab onto the foot. Or simply twist to the left. Reconnect with the rhythm of your breath. In and out of the nose. And we'll make our way back onto our hands from wherever you were. We'll step back to downward facing dog. All right, let's come through to a seat. You can set your knees down or you can hop through as you come on down. And take your right leg out straight, left knee bends in, so you're setting up for Janu Shirshasana. So turn and face the right knee. And if you are pregnant, you might keep more of a forward-facing chest, because when we go down, you'll want space. So pick one and fold on down. If you're early on, like I am, you might be able to still, have the pressure of your abdomen to your thigh. You can let the head drop. So you're holding on to either your shin or your foot. Is there anywhere in your body you can release tension within this pose? Maybe in the neck or the shoulders, or even the facial muscles. And let's start to rise back up. Take your time. Simply switch your legs. And turn and face the left leg. As much or as little as you want. And start to walk the hands down. Lift and lengthen the spine and then refold. Two more breaths. Slowly rise back up. Cross your legs. Definitely recommend sitting on something if you have it handy. Give yourself that height so you're comfortable. Close your eyes. Let go of any constriction in the shoulders, neck. Let go of any holding. And without deepening your breath, visualize your awareness expanding to the periphery of your body on your inhale and coming back into the heart on your exhale. So you're not changing the breath, you're letting the breath be natural, but the visualization is still there. And every time you exhale, you come back home to the heart. Option to put your hands on your heart. Maybe you feel it beating. Every time you exhale, you come back to center. If your hands are on your heart, let them rest down, palms face up. Let go of that visualization. Just let yourself rest in awareness. And begin to blink the eyes open. Bring the palms together at your heart. Let's bow in gratitude to our bodies and to our practice. Thank you so much for being here with me, for flowing with me. It means so much to me to know that you're there on the other side of the screen. And I'd love to hear from you below. I'd love to know who's there and what you thought. So leave a comment, let me know what you thought of the class. And if you are interested in signing up for the 30-day January 2024 30-day challenge, of course, you can do it anytime you want after that date, but I'll put a link below as well, and you can sign up for daily emails to join that challenge, 20-minute videos every day, and it's gonna be super fun. This is strength-based, flexibility-based yoga. We'll be progressing through different arm balances and all kinds of fun things. So check that out, and otherwise, I will see you next time. Bye.